All right, well, I had to get up and make this video because as I'm perusing the YouTube and checking out the evening recently uploaded videos and seeing what's going on in the world, in our little world, the United States of America, and I'm finding videos which just, well, you probably know, they just seem to lean one way in spite of what I think is pretty obvious evidence. Right now I'm specifically speaking about the news media reporting using the word white supremacists and Proud Boys in the same sentence, offering a little bit of proof that I think it's ridiculous. Or you can write in the comments and tell me how black people are now white supremacists. Because, or should I say people of color. Just showing two examples. They're going to show up in the clip and you see what they have to say. Go ahead and tell me how, I mean, maybe they are. Just go ahead and tell me, yes, people of color are now becoming white supremacists, and I'm fine with that if you can explain that to me. But here's a video on that. Try and figure it out. Maybe I'll put a link in the description to a couple other videos. And yes.
For 2 days now, President Trump has been unable or unwilling to condemn white supremacists in a way that would make it clear he does not welcome the support of white supremacists. I want to bring in Nia Malika Henderson, our senior political reporter. And I mean, as much as Kayleigh tries to say that that is a very clear denunciation, it isn't. And what he said initially, sure, that's not how you would normally respond to denouncing something like white supremacy. And when pressed, she couldn't flat out do it herself, Nia.
And why is this so important? It's so important because the biggest domestic terrorism threat comes from white supremacist groups like the Proud Boys.
Tim, he was indicted back in February.
Brenda, he was, and that's when Tosi fled to his home in American Samoa. But he vowed to come back and face the charges, and today he did. Now, this is Tosi in court at the Justice Center. He's 6'4", but goes by the nickname Tiny.
I have with me one of the chairmen of Proud Boys, Enrique Tarrio, who is here. Why did you come to Portland? Why was this brought forward? Because I do want to mention the fact that Joe Biggs said some pretty violent stuff on Twitter before, saying death to Antifa, bring your guns, and that really ratcheted things up and made people feel very nervous here that there was going to be violence brought to by you. And what you have heard from Gavin McInnes, who created this group, is that this is only for people with penises. That is literally what has been said. So isn't that a male chauvinist?
So let me ask you something. So women's groups, women's rights groups that are all women, are they sexist too?
There are women's groups who allow, like the women's movement,
so
they want males to come out and be...
I'm sorry, the women's club, are they a sexist group?
What women's club are you talking about? What are you referring to?
The women's club, the National Women's Club, that only accepts women. Are they sexist?
Let me ask you something.
It's a men's group. It's a drinking club.
Right, but that's what I'm asking you. You're saying Western chauvinist.
Celebrates women also.
So it's something that celebrates men, but you say Western chauvinist, right?
It celebrates a traditional American family. It celebrates a male. It celebrates a female.
So let me ask you something about the president.
And here is a picture of a women's group, and I see no men. Are they sexist? Racist? What is the term you want to label these lovely women with? That's what I want to know. Please leave your comments. Subscribe, like, share, all that stuff. Let people know. I want to hear from the people. Thanks. Now I can get some sleep.